Go, everybody. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Avini Vibes. Tonight is Thursday, April 18th, 2024. My goodness, time flies, right? It was just January and now it's April already. And guess what? May's around the corner. And I don't know about you, but in New York, spring was in the air and it disappeared again. It went away. So it was cold, cold, cold again. So back and forth. I know we had the opportunity to chat before we got going. We have Colorado in the house. We have South Carolina in the house. We have Florida. We have Colorado. We got, oh my goodness, everybody from Atlanta, the New England area. So a lot of people from all over. It's a beautiful thing. We even have Joe here all the way from California with us tonight. And so it is exciting because we're here tonight, that we're here to learn, to listen, to educate and share. Please remember, we do not make any medical claims. And for housekeeping, I always say rules, not rules, but housekeeping, again, mute yourself and just raise your hand and unmute when we're ready to ask some questions if you'd like to, or even share a testimonial, because each and every night we hear remarkable things as this Avini family grows, the remarkable things that are happening. I don't know about you, but I feel like Avini Vibes is starting to do this around the country, around the world. It's a beautiful thing. So thank you for being with us. And without further ado, I want to introduce you to somebody I would have never had the opportunity to meet unless I was in Avini. And I've gotten to know her so long, so well through our experience here together. Roxanna Williams. She's with us tonight, all the way from South Florida. Roxanna, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Christine, for having me. It's my honor to be here with all of you. My story. I was born and raised in Peru, so English is my second language still. But South Florida has been my home for 30 years now. This is where I had my beautiful children. I have 3 of them. They're all in college. One of them already graduated, and 2 are on the way. So I was never really interested in health wellness before I had them. It was not a thought in my mind. But the minute I held my firstborn in my arms, I just wanted to give him a good start. And that's when I dove into wellness and health. And I just learned and listened and read and talked to people. But then I realized that I wasn't taking care of myself. So years later, after I had the 3 of them, I realized that I needed to do something because I couldn't keep up with them and I wanted to be around for them. And that's when I started working for this weight loss company. I stayed with them for 20 years and I loved my job. I have countless stories of people that would come to me to get help when it came to eating better and taking care of themselves. And I realized through that experience of talking to hundreds and hundreds of people from all walks of life that they were very successful in everything they were doing, but they couldn't not take care of themselves. They couldn't find a way that they could keep up with to really help their bodies, work their best. So lately, the last 4 months, I would say the last year, I was struggling with the company that I was working with because the path they were taking did not align with my values and beliefs. I knew there had to be something out there that was very natural and something that could actually help your body. And I know that it's important to know what to eat, how to eat, and how clean to eat, but we all know that nowadays our food doesn't have the nutrition or value that it had before. So I wanted to find something that would help your body really fight back. And the day that I walked out of my job because I couldn't stay there anymore, Liz Deitch called me. We're friends because our kids went to school together. The day I walked away, she called me and said, you've been on my mind. Are you okay? Is everything good? And I'm like, I just quit my job. And she goes, you did? And I said, yeah, there has to be
So
something.
Roxanna, can you back up a minute? Because we have some guests on the phone, on the line with us, and they're not sure who that person is. So can you who called you up and who is she?
Okay, Liz Deitch. She's the wife of Rick Deitch, our biochemist and neuroscience. The one, we won the lottery by having him in this business. So I knew them personally because our children went to school together. I was not aware of, I knew they had a business, but I was not really aware of what was it about because I was working for this other company. So the day I walked out, Liz calls me, we're good friends. And she tells me, oh, you have to come to the headquarters because I live 15 minutes away from the headquarters and you have to come work for us. So I went there and I realized, you know what, becoming a distributor sounds, not that as much as I love them, I would have loved to work there. It's just, I'm a people person. I need to be out there talking to people. I couldn't just stay in the office, and I'm sure that, personalities are different. So I said, it just sounds so much fun to become a distributor. Let me just do this. I've never done this. There's a different setting for me, but this is how people sign me up. And I did. I signed up without having any idea of how to do this. But then I signed up the right time because the support that I received through this company has been amazing. And I can talk for hours about that. So basically, I realized that when you talk to people, anybody, my hairdresser, I was talking to her yesterday, and she was complaining about her hands just, hurting. And I'm waking up with a lot of joint pain. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a solution for you. Because that was my story. I would wake up with a lot of aches and pains. I had to warm up my joints to get out of bed and just warm up my whole body to get out of bed. But now using the self-defender is really helping. And the blast relief has really changed my life because I wake up excited about the day. And I don't have to use half an hour of my life to warm up my joints before getting out of bed. And I realized that when you talk to anybody, there is some kind of situation they're in that they can use some help and some hope. And my faith has been plays a big role in my life. And I would always offer prayer. But now I'm excited that I have a tangible, practical thing in my hand that I can say, I'm going to pray for you, but you can do this. And this is something very simple. And what I love about the Avini products, they're very clean and they're easy to use. It's not complicated. No, the way to use it is very simple and doable. Simple.
When did you actually, when was that meeting with her, with Liz Deitch? When did she call you? How long ago was that?
It was December, mid-December.
Oh,
It was actually, no. It was the day I quit, which was December 5th. It was a Tuesday evening. And we were playing phone tag for a while because we're busy. And that day I just picked up the phone.
And you never did a business like this type of business?
Ever. No.
Good for you. You saw
yeah,
it.
I mean, when I find something good, I'm excited to share with people. Like if I find a good restaurant, a good book, I'm like, you have to do this, but I never get anything back. Not even a thank you. So we do network marketing without knowing we're doing it. So I realized that this setting is just is great. I love everything about this company, the integrity of the owners and the people. Everybody that I met through Avini has been amazing. The support and the community is just beautiful. And you cannot do life alone. You need community. And I'm just so happy and excited to be part of this community.
Give us an example of how you shared with me once about people. You're involved with your church and you do you sing, right? You're involved with your church and you're singing and all that, but you're sharing it there as well.
Yeah, I'm a worship leader. I've been doing worship for like 25 years at my church. I love it. But as Monica was saying, we all my brothers and sisters in the Lord, they are they love Jesus and they read their Bibles and they pray, but not everybody takes care of their bodies. And I'm like the voice, I'm the voice of, you have to drink your water, you can do the self-defender, you can eat better, you can do, the mushrooms, don't wait to get sick. So I'm the voice that I feel God has called me to really emphasize that if we don't take care of our bodies, we're not going to have the health and the strength to do God's work. So I think that's, so Monica, we have to talk. So I'm excited about that because singing is a great way of just also having a community around me to make a difference. And but your bodies, that's if you don't stay strong and healthy and active, there's not a lot that you can do. And when you feel great, everything is just more possible. So
you feel different since you've been using the product.
I feel amazing. And people said, they mention things like, oh, even when I got rid of all those heavy metals, I think my skin looks better. I just feel more energized. I don't need that nap, that little brownie at 4 o'clock. Everybody 3 or 4 o'clock is the time where we're like crashing. So I don't need that anymore. I'm sleeping better. I'm just in a better mood overall. Not that I was in a bad mood before, but this just has given me a new excitement for life. And the fact that I can give someone hope, because sometimes people are used to not feeling great. They settle for that, like, "Gemma, this is what life is." I'm like, no, you can feel amazing. You can, there's a chance, that big possibility that by doing this, by introducing these products into your daily life, again, easy to use, nothing complicated about it. Um, you can change your life, and it's gonna affect every area of your life.
How is the
So, yeah.
sound, Carol? I'm breaking up a bit. Is anybody else having sound issues? Thumbs up if you are or not. How we doing? Sounds okay?
It was breaking up, but she's doing better now.
Okay, yeah, Roxanna, we lost you there for a minute, but you're back now. So would you mind sharing a little bit about your experience of going up to the headquarters? How's the headquarters? Pretty amazing, right? Rick is amazing.
Oh,
The whole team.
it's pretty amazing when you see how, everything on the machines, and it's just amazing. It just gets into your, it's a very exciting experience. So if you ever come to South Florida, I'll be your tour guide. I'll bring you there and we'll go together. And it's just exciting because some people that are in town, they visit. So that's what happened with me when I met with Liz and Rick to work for them. There were some distributors visiting. And when I heard what they were sharing, that caught my attention. And I was thinking, that sounds so much fun. And because the products really, once you learn about them, they sell themselves. So all you have to do is share the information.
You walk around with your bottle and spray it on people?
My silver.
Your silver, your plus relief. So
Yeah.
it's just such a pleasure to have you here, sharing with us tonight. You grew up in Peru. For those of you that just joined us, I see some people just coming in. It's Roxanna Williams. She's from Peru, but she actually has lived in South Florida for over 30 years, and she's been involved with health and wellness industry for many years, but new to Avini. But when she walked through that door, very good friends with Liz Deitch, our biochemist wife, and there she saw an opportunity to share these amazing products. So Roxanne, I just wanted to recap because I saw some new people come in. But
Yeah.
what do you so you're helping people too with weight loss, because that's something you've known. So you're starting to use, I'm sure, the Plus Hydration product and our Trim Science. Yes, great products.
I love, this is another thing that when I was working for this other company, there were some limitations with the tools that were given to us. And one of the things that I love about the Trim Science, which is one of the products that we have, you can have it in coffee, flavor, or chocolate, matcha, or lemonade. It gets rid of the toxins and fats. Toxins hide in the fat cells. So when you do the Trim Science, the toxins are starting to come out of your body alongside with the self-defender and the fiber. Those are the three products that most of my clients are taking now, and they are loving it because they're really taking care of their gut health. And when your gut is not healthy, you can do everything, but it's not going to work. You have to take care of your gut health. And that's when you see the difference. And then the Trim Science has also a little bit of the zeolite that you find in the self-defender. So as your body gets rid of the toxins and the heavy metals, then the fat cells are going to just go. They're going to empty themselves. And the hydration is for you to be able to, especially when you work out, if you add working out to your routine, the hydration is going to keep your muscle mass strong, which is good. The new crazy diets with injections are really, that's my personal opinion. I don't agree with that method because you lose muscle mass, and muscle is your strength, is where your strength is. So these products are really helping my clients acquire the gut health that they need and get rid of toxins, and then the fat cells go bye-bye. And then, the hydration keeps them strong also.
I like what you just said. The fat cells go bye-bye.
Never return.
So I started doing, I was telling Roxana today, we talked, I started doing Pilates and reformer class, and it's not easy. The teacher is a Broadway dancer. And if you've ever done a bar class, they're not easy to do. I want you to know, especially when you're working with a Broadway dancer, but so intense. But what I realized, my fourth class today, I did my plus hydration. Oh my gosh, like amazing, just amazing. So I've been using that product particularly before my class, took it with me, took a sip during my class, and she even said, she says, wow, so much stronger. And I said, because my body's cleaner, it's easier for my body to perform at a higher level. So just really, I urge you to, if you haven't tried it, I love the little packets as well. Those are great. Great to,
Yes.
yeah, you
Yes.
can share samples. So let's do this,
I have
Roxana.
a
Why don't we, oh, go ahead, Carol.
All right. So Roxana, one of the things that you said is that this is easy to share with people. You're just educating people. You're not selling. You're just educating people, and you're just sharing it with people. And so how has it been for you in not actually being in a network marketing company before? Like your mindset is like you're not in sales here. And that's what I'm
No.
hearing from you. You're not going to people and trying to sell them something. You're just sharing with them and you're educating them. So how does that feel to actually know that you're not selling, you're not going to them in sales? What does that feel like for you? Like the fear around sales
It's
is,
just liberating. It's liberating because I don't feel the pressure.
yeah,
The same way I share information. If I see a movie that I love, I'm gonna tell you to go and see it. You know, I don't get any commission out of that ticket that you buy. So it's just easy. And actually, I would be doing a disservice not sharing. Like my hairstylist yesterday, she was just sharing with me how, you know, her joints are she wakes up with pain.
yeah.
So it would be, I could not, I could not share. I couldn't withhold the information that I have. I've always cared about people. I'm an empath. So I always feel people's pain. I'm very in tune with that. And I always offer prayer, but now I have a tangible, practical thing you can do daily. And it's just sharing and being excited because it has worked for me and it's going to work for you. So
Wow.
yeah, I don't feel the pressure of selling. I mean, not everybody's ready. Some people are not going to be ready to make changes in their lives. And then, you know, there's a lot of people out there that need hope. So you just go to the next one.
Great.
I
Thank
love
you.
that. I
Okay.
love that.
So this is amazing and so positive, and I know sometimes things happen in life that aren't so amazing. And
Mhm.
I don't know if we were going to talk about it tonight, but I just wanted you to share for a moment because on February 14, 2018, you got a text and a phone call from your three children that were in school. Could you just spend a few minutes sharing a little bit about what that was for our listeners?
Yes, because like I said before, life is hard, but it's also beautiful. But there's going to be those situations that you just cannot prepare for or expect it. And yeah, February 14th, 2018 was the darkest day of my life when I never knew. I mean, you always see this in the news, but I never knew it was going to happen to me when your three children text you, Mama, I love you. I don't know if I'm going to get out of here. There's a shooter in our school. And it happened here in Parkland, in Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. My three kids were there. And it was a moment where I pretty much felt, I felt paralyzed. I felt when, as a mom, when the ability to protect your children is taken away from you, is something that you cannot prepare for. So that really brought me, you know, I felt I was not gonna, you know, rise above that. By the grace of God, I got them back physically unharmed, but the aftermath emotionally, we're still dealing with it. It's been 6 years now, but there's still things that are happening. But what I, again, community was, you know, what helped me to, and that's where actually, that's when I got really close with Rick and Liz Deitch, the friend that I mentioned, because we went into therapy together and I got, so even then my story was being written, I think. So out of that horrible thing, something beautiful happened, and it's developing friendships that to this day are very meaningful to me. So yeah, life is gonna happen to all of us. I never really I don't sit on it. but it's part of my story. I don't want that to define who I am. And my kids have rose above that. They're doing good. They're thriving. But there's always that. It's part of your story. And if you've never experienced anything hard, you will eventually, because that's just life. But thank God, I was able to rise above it, and now I cannot not only be able to share and say, it's possible to rise above that, but now I have something even more beautiful to share with people, which is Avini and the products. And so, yeah.
Wow.
So I think we should title this tonight, Rise Above, right? This is Rise Above, because these are people here that are listening. And look, Joe, thumbs up. Roxanna, thank you. I know that wasn't easy to experience or go through, but I love it that you rose above, and you're still rising above, but you're not going above alone. You're taking so many people with you on this journey. So thank you for that. I want to give us the opportunity to anyone want to open their mic, raise your hand, and ask Roxanna a question? Enika? Hello, Enika. Join us.
Hi,
Go ahead,
everyone.
please.
Hello. Hi, Roxanna.
Hi.
You did such a wonderful job, as always, the beautiful soul that you are.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I just, with the rising above, when you were ending with that, with your story, but even right from the start, what caught my attention was that how you let go of the job before because of what you said. Was it because of the values and your morals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it almost, came full circle from what I remember, maybe in the past we spoke, that it was a pretty good job that you had. It
It's a
was,
beautiful job. Yeah.
yeah,
Basics were
yeah.
awesome.
And that you wanted to move away from that for those reasons, which I really commend you for. And it just fits your personality so beautifully, and everything that you've said tonight. I just wanted to thank you so much for coming on and sharing. And you've said that English is not your first language. So, you did such a fantastic job, and it's really great to see you here tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank
I know
you.
you two have something in common. You both are English translators, so I know you have that in common, Enika and Roxanna. And this is just the way people get to know each other. You've talked to each other outside of just tonight. So you're forging friendships, lasting friendships is what I believe. Anyone else want to raise their hand and ask a question perhaps, or make a comment? Feel free. This is the time. If not for Roxanna, maybe a testimonial. You have a positive testimonial about something that's happening in your life that you'd want to share, or something that one of your clients or yourself with the product. Oh, we got a shy group tonight, I say.
I want to share something.
Go ahead, Carol.
Yeah. So I want to tell you guys, I have had leg cramps every night since I was probably about 8 years old, because I grew really fast. And so I'm telling you, this plus hydration has made such a difference, because I would have to get up in the middle of the night and literally walk around the room until that cramp went away before I could go back to sleep. And sometimes I wouldn't go back to sleep. So it has really made a big difference for me in my sleep pattern, also in not experiencing that pain every night. And so I take it just before I go to bed. I drink a whole glass of it, and I know I'm not going to wake up with leg cramps. So I'm super, super happy with the plus hydration. So happy with it.
Carol, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Those leg cramps can be nasty, right? I mean, I've heard stories of people that I remember had a college roommate would wake up in the middle of the night yelling. I'd say, "What's the matter?" And sure enough, it was awful. Anyone else want to share a testimonial? Kyle Helms? That's not Kyle Helms. That's Joe.
Joe.
Joe, you're with us. Welcome back, Joe. We love to hear from Joe. He's joined us as our guest speaker last week.
Yes.
Glad you're with us, Kyle Helm.
I just noticed I was Kyle Hem. I'll be Kyle Hem in a couple of minutes on the next call.
Yes, you will.
I've had the pleasure of working with Roxanna, and her spirit and her energy and life essence is something that just really touches my heart. And what she wants to give to people is hard to believe, because you don't see that too much anymore. where somebody is purely giving out to other people because they want to do the right thing. And she certainly is an example of that I'd like to commend her for.
Thank you, Joe.
Absolutely. I see Shoes in the house. Shu, unmute and say hello. I don't know if y'all were on the call with Shu. He's our man. Loves
Hey,
his
girls.
Are you going to be in at the conference? I hope. Yes.
I might leave tomorrow just to go early.
All right. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Shu, say hello to our guests. To our
It's gonna be a hug fest.
Yeah,
Yay.
what's going on in your life? How's Avini vibes? Avini life treating you?
You know, it's just, there's so much work to do out there, you guys. It's just crazy. I mean, you can't go anywhere and not talk to somebody. It's just, it's all open. They're just waiting for somebody to say hello. I've picked up 4 people from the gas station here in the last couple weeks. It's so easy. One gal stopped to take a picture of my hot rod, and the next thing you know, about 5 minutes later, I'm inside of her car and we're talking. Her husband's got big issues. She's got issues and stuff. And then I turned around and here's another guy looking at my car. And so we start talking to him, come to find out his brother's got the bad cells. And how I started the conversation with that guy, I says, hey, I think your tires are low. And so we started a conversation, and it's pretty easy because I used to work in a tire store going to college. So I know about tire pressure. And so another gal was getting gas the other day, and I saw on the back of her car, be nice to nurses. I might save your life. Well, how easy was that to start talking about?
Thank you.
And there's
Yeah.
not a single one of them that didn't give me their phone, name, and email.
Mm.
They were all, I've met the one gal that took pictures of my car several times. She just got a prescription for 90 days of opioids. She's had 7 back surgeries. She's 80 something, but she still has hot rods. And so it was a good, fun time. I met her the other day. She bought a Cell Defender and a Plus Relief. And the very next day, you guys, she didn't have to take a pain pill. She is so excited. And I know she hasn't bought the kit yet. She's trying to talk the husband into it.
Mhm.
And I says, hey, just save up your money. We'll do it ourselves. And stuff. So yeah, it's it's so funny how I do come up with some of these contacts. You just got to look for something at their car. If they got something in their car, if they got a dog in their car, talk about their dog. Anything to break the ice. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
If I'm at Walmart, I see somebody in a wheelchair trying to get it into a car, go up and help them. Say, hey, can I give you a hand? And away you go. And everybody's looking for a hand, right? And once I get their hand pretty quick, they got a hug. And, then they're mine.
So tell me something I always remember you said when you were on the call a couple months ago. You said you wake up every day, and what do you do in that morning? What are you going to embrace? Just share that if you would, because you already just gave us a testimony of it. But you said something that really spoke to many of the. I got a couple texts and people really commented about that. Your attitude when you wake up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I think some of the fun things is I sold the business a year or two ago. So both the wife and I are retired now. And so we get up in the morning and I shower first and I get ready and she'll see I'm dressed and she says, where are you going? And I says, I have absolutely no idea, but somebody's going to get lucky today. And I'm out the door. I don't know where I actually am going. I'll stop by a body shop. I might know somebody. I'll go to Starbucks, see if I can't, everybody in Starbucks seems to be either on their phone or a computer. And so I just say, hey, what are you doing? Studying for a test? And say, oh, well, yeah, I'm taking an exam for being a nurse or whatever the case may be. And it's an open door, but you got to say that first word or two. And you can't be approaching them with Avini right off the bat, but you got to be a friend. And it's just pretty easy to make a friend.
Amen. Amen. Feel like I've known Shu my whole life. I'll tell you what. Thank you so much. You have that gift and we appreciate that. Thank you for being with us.
Ed
Rox-
has his hand up.
Oh, go ahead, Ed. Go ahead and unmute EQ. Is that EQ?
Yep.
It's EQ. Hey, Roxy, I just wanted to say that I think, being in this business for the brief time that you have been and the wisdom that you bring to the table, I wish, 30 years. Christine, sorry I'm dating you, but you and I have been in the same thing together, Alan Way, long time for a lot of us, right, Chip and whatever. But you brought it back home to really how we should be doing this business, and that is just the natural way that you carry yourself and the passion for people. That's what it is, and the way that you broke that down, that's the way everybody should do Avini. It's like, take yourself out of the equation, care about the other people, pray for the other people, and then you have something in your hand. Man, I love that. I mean, what a combination, right? What a 1-2 punch you have. And then if they don't listen, just spray nano all over their face. Like Carol Witt, I have to tell you guys, Carol Witt, we were in Dallas, Texas, and she did an experiment where she had brown spots on one arm and brown spots on the other arm. Prior to going to Dallas, I think she took for a couple of months, she sprayed nano on one arm.
Just
And
one
we were
arm.
sitting there, what?
Just
What?
one arm.
One arm. That's what I'm saying. One arm. And we're sitting at lunch, and she said, "Oh, look at my actual experiment." And one arm was like perfectly, like nothing there, and this had brown spots. But but with Roxy, I'm so proud of you. I mean, you really brought it back to really the foundation of what we all should do, and that is just to share it with passion because you believe in it and inspiration. And let the chips fall where they may, and then move on if somebody's not ready. But that was just so good and so encouraging. Thank you, Rox.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you. Where's Dr. Chip? Dr. Chip, you in the house? We
Yeah.
want you.
Hi, everybody.
We want you to say hello, and we want to hear some words of wisdom.
Yeah, let the chips fall where they may. I'm watching the faces, and what an expressive group of faces, particularly on this Avini Vibes call. And especially I noticed tonight, because they're catty corner on my screen, Coach Monica and Roxanna Williams are catty corner from each other. And each time one of them speaks, the other one, it's like it resonates. I mean, when Roxanna was telling the story about her kids, Coach Monica was, she was shaken, as though she was the mom. And do I gather that the Deitch kids were in the same school with your kids when this happened? Is that correct?
Yeah,
But you knew them
that's
before
correct.
that.
2 of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, my daughter and Samantha, their daughter, 2 of them were there. One had already graduated, the oldest one, but yeah, all of
And
our kids
so
were.
the Deitch kids have become nationally active in, trying to help with those kinds of situations, I
Yes.
think. And can I ask, did you say that you were in school, a classmate of Rick's?
No.
Your kids
Our
were
children.
classmates. Your
went to
kids were classmates. I was trying to think, okay, is this girl a biochemist? But obviously
No.
you know a lot if you've been
That's not my gift.
counseling nutrition. Okay.
No, yes.
Okay. Well, I can't resist but tell you where I am right this second. I'm on the Oregon Trail, about to walk into the Oregon Trail Bar and Grill, and you can literally go out in the prairie here and find the tracks where the Conestogas were running. I mean, they ran right here where I am, and there's a brand new civic center being built over my shoulder. When I came to town in 1975, there was right there a blacksmith shop, and I would take some of my agricultural equipment in there to be worked on, and in the rafters of that blacksmith shop were, and I hope I can show you guys this picture. I tried to fix it so you can see what I'm trying to show you. There's a Conestoga wagon on the roof of the building that I'm about to go in, and everything to fix. Can you see it?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Everything to fix that kind of wooden spoked, metal rimmed wheel for Conestoga wagons
Oh.
was still hanging when I came to town in the rafters of that blacksmith shop. So I just happened to be here tonight, so I wanted to share that moment with you guys. And we are we pioneers? are we on the very leading edge of something? You know, and I can tell, notice, you know, Ed was pointing out the posture that Roxanna comes with. She was asked to look at the corporation at, you know, at the lab side of it. And she said, just a second, what are those people all doing that are calling in on the phones? Well, that looks like fun. You know, that's a pretty bold move, because when you start a network marketing venture, it's like somebody put a V8 engine on your lawnmower and it still has a pull rope. You know, you don't get a big check the first month that you work. Usually you're pulling on the rope hoping that the engine starts, and then when it does, then you begin to catch up, and the power of it kicks in. And I think it is such an interesting and bold position that she has taken, to join us on the distributor side. And it is, you know, I don't know how to say, I know many of you are at the top of your field before you came here, maybe retired, maybe you don't need to work anymore. I know there's several of you that have no financial need to do what we're doing here, but for some reason it fulfills you. It merits your attention. It merits your encore career, because of what you're able to do for people. And you get to be you, who you really are. And Roxanna, my impression is, listening to you, that this allows you to be who you really were before you came. So that's kind of what I'm hearing. And that's my thoughts, Christine.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you, Chip. Thank you for always bringing it all to a close here at the end. But I want to give Roxanna an opportunity before we say goodnight. I have a couple announcements. Let me just give those real quick. Congratulations to all the Avini distributors that won the conference, part of the conference. So Roxanna, EQ, Joe, Kyle, Tony. And so congratulations for that, you know, that, oh, and Enika too. So we'll all be there together at conference. Looking forward to meet each and every one of you there. And I also want you to remember there will be no Avini Vibes next week. Okay, so none. Will come back from conference and we'll share that with you the following week. So if you're not going to be there, please, you know, pay attention to your emails and all. Look forward to seeing Priscilla's going to be there and this gang. So I appreciate that. Roxanna, closing remarks for our guest, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, thank you so much for all those words of encouragement. They mean a lot to me. I received them. I will treasure them forever. And I just wanted to close with this. I believe that we all have a journey and we all have specific assignments. And I think that this beautiful group of people that Avini is bringing together, we have a mission. And right now, the world just needs hope. The world needs people that really care. Yeah, we all want to make money. We need to pay the rent and the bills won't stop. But once you really look into deep in your heart and see what is it that I really want, and what I really wanted was to help people. And I'm so grateful for Avini because it's giving me the tools to do it the right way. And that it just brings me joy. I know paycheck is going to give you that. I can sleep well at night. I can sleep at peace, knowing that tomorrow, if I open my eyes, that's another thing to give someone else hope. And then the paycheck will come.
Amen.
So thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Roxanna. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening, a blessed evening, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks, and we'll see some of you at the conference. Good night. Keep Avini vibing. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Great
Night.
call.
Bye.
Santa will be in touch.
Good program.
Next
Thank you.
week.
Great job.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you, Monica, for coming. Yeah. All right. Night, guys.